about this, but there's a Legend of Zelda movie coming out in less than a year. Less than a year, there will be a Legend of Zelda live-action movie coming out. So, how about we rank every single Legend of Zelda fan film that has been released online to date? Not every single one. That's a complete lie. There are literally hundreds. Everybody's done it. Every single person, when they were about like 12 to 14, made a Legend of Zelda video. Every single person. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a Zelda fan. You did this. This is not gaslighting. This is remembered history. Remember your history? Thank you. Anyway, we have a long time until the Zelda movie comes out. And during that time, if you wanted to get some Zelda movie content, here's your Zelda movie content. I'm gonna curate a list for you. You can decide which ones you want, be based off of the things that you like. You'll find something in this list to hold you over until this live action movie comes out, and maybe we all like it and maybe we all hate it, and very probably it's divided, and that's most likely what it's gonna be. Anyways, I love Zelda movies more than I can say, and you'll see why later. I'm gonna rank them based off of a few categories. Basically, cinematography, writing, Legend of Zelda likeness, like do they catch the vibe? Does it pass the vibe test? And nostalgia for me personally. Those are basically the main four. We'll see if I remember those, but those are allegedly the four that I'm going with for this video. So anyways, without further ado, let's start. So first on our list is Lost in Time, written by Robert J. Merritt and Drew A. Forbes. Lost in Time is a recently released Zelda fan film. It's fully animated. I think it was released this past year. It is, first of all, beautiful. The animation is very professional. They have their own version of Link that looks very unique, shows a lot of emotion. This is a story about the hero's shade, and Ocarina of Time's Hero of Time. It's the first animated story you'll see on this list of that time period. It's a very fun, classic Zelda moment. A lot of these fan films focus on that moment. It's just beautiful. I don't know how else to say it. It captures the vibe, and I just feel like they put so much work into it. It really is top tier. It's nostalgic while also feeling very modern and very true to Zelda. So top tier Zelda fan film right off the bat. The Hero Shade is one of my favorite characters and a lot of people's favorite characters, and everybody keeps making videos about it. So this one is, I think it's actually like very good. It's not going to reach S tier for me because it's new, but I'm going to put it right in A tier right off the bat. Next, we have a Legend of Zelda film by Devin Supertramp. I don't know what the actual title is of this one. This fan film, fully live action, follows an older Link after Princess Zelda has passed away. It's very Breath of the Wild inspired. There's a blood moon. I will say, and this is something you'll hear me say many times on this list, we gotta get better wigs. We gotta get better wigs for Link. I understand these are budget films. These are budget films, okay? I understand that, and I accept that. This one's the first in a line of videos that have questionable wigs for our protagonist, Link. That being said, this one is filmed beautifully. The costuming is beautiful. There's some fun fight sequences, and I think it gets a very cool emotional core, and just looks pretty. The characterization of Princess Zelda is a little bit less of what I would want it to be for the character, but all in all, a very solid film. It catches the Zelda vibe for me, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this one, because it's shorter and because of the things I said, I'm gonna put it in B tier, but it's still very good. All right, next we have an all-time classic for anyone who has watched Zelda fan films throughout the ages, and that is Sage of Darkness by Josh Dixon and Dan Hogan. This is the first feature-length live-action Zelda fan film that's on this list. It's deeply nostalgic to me. This was, I think, the first one that I ever saw. It came out before YouTube did long-form content, so it came out in parts, and I remember being very excited about all of those parts. It is definitely a film made by high schoolers, so if you're expecting big budget quality here, you're not gonna find it, but it's extremely heartfelt. You can tell that they're really fans of the series, so if you're looking for a big nostalgic kick of that early YouTube fan film delight, Sage of Darkness is truly one of the great classics. Okay, I should say this. Every single one of these projects, I love and respect the people that made them, and I love and respect art. I would put everything in S tier if I wasn't making a tier list. Sage of Darkness, for being like such a profound one, but still being kind of lower quality, I'm gonna put it in B tier. Okay, this next one, another first on our list. This is the first series. There are a lot of projects people have made that are series, like full realized series. There are some partial series, bunch of series. And I love that concept, and I think it works very well for anything you're doing on YouTube. And this one in particular, it has such a special place in my heart. When I was working on my own projects, my own Zelda projects, I just was watching this like in the background, and then I couldn't watch it in the background, and I just started watching it like full on. And it's A Hero's Purpose by Major Link. Where to even begin with this one? This one is, first of all, epic. I don't know how long the entire series is, but it is long. There is so much here. It's also about the hero's shade and the Ocarina of Time version of Link. This feels like a definitive version of that story. It also draws from every other Zelda game. It's deeply nostalgic, but it also feels so true to Ocarina of Time. The character models and the animation is, I don't want to say jankier, it's very specific. It feels very much, it's got a little bit more polygons than the first animated film we were looking at, and it invokes a very nostalgic feeling. You really feel like this takes place in the world of the games that we played. It has epic action scenes, deeply emotional moments. If there's one flaw, it can wax a little too emotional at points, but the characterization of Link, who speaks through mental breakdowns in text boxes, is just truly heartfelt. And yeah, I can't speak highly enough of this one. If you're a Zelda fan, if you're especially an Ocarina of Time fan, but if you like any of the 3D Zelda games, this was made specifically for you, and you are going to have such a good time. All right, and for our second feature-length live-action Zelda movie on here, we have The Legend of Zelda: The Triforce Prophecy, made by Scotty Whitehurst. And this is another classic YouTube. This one is very similar to Sage of Darkness in terms of budget, but I think Triforce Prophecy really shines in the fact that it is very nostalgic. It feels much more based on the old version of Zelda, the Zelda cartoon. Link and Zelda are key players, and it does a very unique thing that I don't think any other fan films do, where it just pairs Link and Zelda together for the entire adventure. Zelda feels based off of the old cartoon for sure. It gets very silly. It's very teenage angst. If you don't like early 2000s romantic humor, you're probably not gonna like it. My biggest critique is that almost everybody has a southern accent in this, so it kind of takes you out of it when people are saying Zelda all the time, but I think it's very fun and did a very unique thing. I don't want to give it C tier. I'm gonna put it in C tier just because of Zelda. I'm putting this in C tier just because of Zelda. I'm going crazy. I just need you to know I've had I've had a full day's work today, and it's a job I just started, and there's a lot of moving pieces to it, and I'm a little stressed out about it, so if I'm a little frantic, that is why. Next video is Creatures of Hyrule by Jared Potter, and this one I thought they got young Link really well. It's just a couple episodes, and it's just Link like exploring Hyrule and fighting different creatures. So I felt like they did some good visual effects work for most likely teenagers to young adults experimenting with VFX work. I'm not gonna put it higher than a C because it's not a fully realized thing. I thought it was a very cute idea, and I thought they did a lot of, it was Zelda vibes for sure. That's going in C. This next one is, I think it's a series. I don't think it, I mean, it's feature length probably if you watch it now. Legend of Neil. Here's the thing. It's satirical. It was made by Adam.com, which is apparently like affiliated with Comedy Central, and it feels like that. It's very kind of college humory. And here's the deal. Personally, I'm not really a fan of satirical Legend of Zelda things, but since this was kind of a more public one, that's why I put it higher on this list. I probably would have put it lower. I'll be honest with you now that I'm in the edit, because the humor is not my humor, but I feel like it was iconic. I mean, literally the guy gets drunk, masturbates, and finds himself in the video game, and... It's very silly. Maybe it would be funnier if I watched it now. Maybe it would be less funnier, but I don't know. It's a moment. It's definitely a moment if you've seen it. I don't like it very much, but I don't think I can give it lower than a B, so it's going in B. Next up, we have a sequel. First on this list right here, we've got a sequel, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we have The Legend of Zelda: Oblivion Rising, also by Scotty Whitehurst. I think this is a big step up from the first one. I just think it's so cool that he made a whole nother movie. This one actually I think was a series. It follows the story of the same Link from the previous movie who has to go, I believe, back in time to save his Zelda, but he encounters a different Princess Zelda, and I think the characterization of this Zelda is closer to how I think Zelda is in the games, and yeah, there's a lot of nostalgic moments. Again, same quality, some of the same moments. It's definitely a very dramatic kind of soap opera take on Zelda. But I think it's very cute, and I think it's really cool that he did 2 full movies. So yeah, check it out. So Oblivion Rising for me is going to go in B tier. Bream tier is what I said there. Oh guys, okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this one. I need to get really soft and quiet for a moment. Okay, this is Carnival of Time by... I don't know how to say it. Rwan Link. RWAN Link. It's not like a Zelda. Like, it's not. It doesn't fit with a lot of these other films because it's not like a story short film. It's kind of a celebration. I think it was made for one of Zelda's anniversaries. But it is basically Studio Ghibli style. He's done more Studio Ghibli style, but I'm partial to Majora's Mask, so that's why it's here. But it's so good. It's just so nostalgic and beautiful, and you should go support it as much as you can because it's beautiful work, and that's all I have to say. I'm gonna put the mic down, and you're gonna go click off this video and find this video. S tier. Okay, now we have another in our continuation of This Was Gonna Be a Series. This one's just called, I believe, The Legend of Zelda Live Action Episode 1, Courage by Lake Steel. And this one was super cute. I felt like they caught the Zelda vibe really well. Link was like, he gave like dorky teenager vibes, but in a really like cute and self-aware way. They didn't try to be edgy. I felt like they tried to be, there was like its own original plot, and it was intriguing, and I just thought they really captured the vibe of Zelda really well, without being like try hard, because so many on this list are very serious. Even Major Link's hero's purpose. It's very serious. This was a lot more just like fun. So yeah.
Really, really, really quick, editor Nathan here. I just have to say that last shot is probably one of my favorites out of every Zelda fan film on this list. I loved the classic costume in this one and the classic shield, and I wish they'd done more. Just the look was so perfect of that shot in particular. So yeah, anyways, I love that.
I'm gonna give it a solid B. Maybe I'm too sparing on A, but we'll see. All right, this one, guys, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. We all know about this. If you're watching this video, you know about Hero of Time by BMB Finishes.
Oh man, I don't even think I can explain the feeling I had when I watched this trailer when I was a kid. I thought full stop that this was a professional quality Legend of Zelda movie back then, not something that was made simply by obsessive fans like me. But yeah, this one was very nostalgic. This was the first time where it was like, oh wow, there could be a Zelda movie. Now I will say it's very dark fantasy and very early YouTube, so there is still a lot of quality things. It can be very hokey. It is the Ocarina of Time story. They do take their own liberties. I feel like it very much captures the feeling of what fantasy movies in the early 2000s were like. It feels a little He-Man, but it gets a lot of free passes because it was just so iconic to me personally, and I noticed it to so many others. They were very ambitious with doing the entire plot of Ocarina of Time. There's monsters, there's creatures, there's a lot of fight scenes. It really is a very big story, and I really commend them for doing that much work on their film. There's a completely original score, just so ambitious. I also know that I think this was at a time when Nintendo was partnering with creators, so they were able to even do a little bit of a premiere, so I think it got a little bigger because of that as well. So just a really unique time, and it's classic and nostalgic.
Lady Wield will become the Master Sword once again.
Show the people that the Hero of Time will triumph!
Yeah, that is gonna be, because of like largely nostalgia, it's gonna be, oh, do I do S or A? Because like nostalgia wise, that's gotta be an S tier. But like production value wise, and like I think some of the drama falls short. I think some of the character designs are a little less. There's some weird choices and definitely some janky filming choices. But it's so nostalgic. It definitely rises above the rest. It's so classic, and it's going in A tier. Back to our favorite thing to do in this list, which is another series. This one I think you can watch in full. It's about like 20 minutes. This is Zelda Multiverse by Service.
This one is another satirical, comedic, irreverent take on Zelda. I think it is very funny. I like this one a lot better than Legend of Neil. It still has a couple I'm just not a fan of like animated, like, I don't know, like jokes where people die kind of like make me very sad. So there's a few of those in this, but it is so funny. It's so just like in humor, right? Like pink-haired Link being all dramatic. All of the different Links have different abilities from the games, and they're all bringing those abilities. And it just is so silly and so self-aware and so meta. And I think if you're a Zelda fan, you're gonna find it very funny. It's not that long, and you should go check it out for sure.
I'm gonna put it in A tier. It was fun. It wasn't being serious. And it had good animation, and it felt, I don't know, very nostalgic. It had a bunch of different Zelda characters in it. Yeah, A tier. Oh, this one's special to me. The Latter Life by Liliana from LAA Creations.
This one is a series that chronicles the life of Link and Zelda after Skyward Sword in Hyrule. It's, again, a very early YouTube story. I think they got Link very well. I love the costuming and characterization. They talk through text boxes. There's some original characters. It is still very much high schooler, so sometimes there's some silly things. The quality in the first episode is a little rough. And then it's cool to see how it progresses. I think that's one of the cooler aspects of this one, is to see the quality jump, the camera quality, the cinematography, the visual effects all just get better with time. It's cool that they made an entire series, and yeah, the visual effects people actually did some work for me on one of my projects, so I have a personal connection, and yeah, I just think it's cool.
I'm gonna put an A tier. I'm gonna put an A tier. There we go. This next one I couldn't find anywhere. I didn't like rewatch all of these before I started this video, but Fistful of Rupees was a series that I believe it was a few episodes. It was like your classic like gunslinger western, but Legend of Zelda. And all that I can find on YouTube now is a trailer. And unfortunately, I went to the account of that trailer and found that the person that actually made this passed away. And the full series is actually taken down because of copyright strikes from YouTube. You can't really watch it, but I do remember really enjoying it. It feels silly, but I want to definitely like honor that person. So I'm going to put them in A tier. You can go to the YouTube channel. The guy's name was Richard at Morfar. And yeah, I was not expecting to see someone that had passed on. But it stuck with me so many years later. Thanks, dude.
Well, yeah. Fistful of rupees.
Okay, we're on the final stretch here, guys. We're on the final stretch, okay? There's not that many, so the ones now that we're gonna see are, to me, very important. They're very important personally. They're very important Zelda-ly. They're very importantly important. And so we're gonna get into it. But these are, we're at it. We're at it. We are climbing Ganon's tower. There's dark nuts and iron knuckles everywhere. Dark nuts and iron knuckles. Dark nuts and iron knuckles. Okay, we're done. I am gonna pick up this microphone again because I just feel like to get quiet is helpful. To tell you, to import to you how important this is. Zelda Motion, A Link to the Past, Episode 1. Unfortunately, they were taken down by Nintendo themselves, and it's quite unfortunate. But this project was an animated, not quite Studio Ghibli style, but like very much an anime style of A Link to the Past, and they had voice acting, and the writing and storytelling was just so good. It felt like The Legend of Zelda. It felt like A Link to the Past, which is one of the most nostalgic games, and I just have to give it a hearty S tier. Thank you so much. Next on this list is one of the oldest videos I had seen on the internet. I remember this inspiring me so much. I remember it inspiring me when I was a little boy. I remember watching this and compilations of Link and Zelda, like fan art of them being in love, which in hindsight is a little embarrassing, but I was a child and I loved love, and that's all I'm gonna say. The next video is Dark Sage by Colonizer, also known as Jack Curran. This one, okay, you're gonna have to bear with me with this one, okay? It's fully animated, and I'll be honest with you, Link looks a little bit startling to me. He looks a little bit startling. This is early animation. This is like, people can use Blender now. This is early. But I watched this thing on repeat. I watched it again and again and again. I couldn't get enough of it. It's very simple. It's
feels more like a proof of concept than anything. It's just a fight scene with Ganondorf and a retelling of the creation of Hyrule, which I just realized actually that the Sage of Darkness used in their movie, which I thought was just a cool little collaboration there. I also found out while I was watching this again that there is actually a whole series attached to this, like very long videos in the same style, so I'll definitely have to check that out. Again, it is very dated, but I mean, it has millions of views. I feel like we all were just watching this one, so it heartily deserves its place on this list as a classic Zelda fan film.
Super iconic to me, but the animation has aged so much, and it is gritty. I don't know that I can give it an A. I thought I was going to give it an A, but I think I'm going to put it in B. So I'm so sorry, Colonizer. Next, I'm going to include the Zelda trailer that IGN released in 2008.
Obviously, this is a trailer, not a movie. I know, so you don't have to tell me. But man, if you got excited about the Hero of Time trailer, oof, it was through the roof with this one. This one was so exciting. I, again, thought it was real, thought it was going to be a whole movie. It's very professional. And also, guess what? They said it was going to release on my birthday, which is April Fool's Day. So when I saw this professional quality looking movie, it's going to be released April 1st, I was like, you're kidding me. You're absolutely kidding me. I thought Link was a little old, so that was, and I think Zelda was too. They look a lot more Lord of the Rings. I think this story is very much a Lord of the Rings version of The Legend of Zelda. But that is, again, like Hero of Time, it very much feels like what that era was as far as fantasy goes. It's a very Viggo Mortensen version of Link, which, you know, I'm not against, but it's very ambitious with all of the costuming and the characters and very cool, intense action scenes. I was very excited for it, and I think everyone was. I also sometimes think that this was kind of the proof of concept for a Zelda movie. I wonder if we would have a real Zelda movie now.
Had this one specifically not done what it did. So I think it's very pioneering. I know it's not a whole movie, but I can't help myself. I'm putting it at S tier. Get in there. I'm going to move on. Okay, I have to be just fully transparent. I have to be fully transparent and honest with you, because maybe I haven't been being super upfront with you about this whole situation that we've been doing here, this exchange that we've been having. I did make a feature-length live-action Zelda movie. It's called Rising Darkness. Both words which have been used prior as titles of Zelda movies. I came up with the title when I was 14 years old, and so did everyone else, and that's what it is. But The Legend of Zelda Rising Darkness is my personal Zelda movie that I made when I was 14. I filmed it with my friends in high school in rural, beautiful New Hampshire, and then I tried to get it done in the next few years, but I moved, I went to school, I did all these things.
I left the project for a while thinking that I probably would never release it, but then I just thought about the amount of work that I had done, the amount of work that so many of my friends had done, and I just wanted to honor them and my childhood self. So I came back to the project and finished it with my current skills. So this is a project that's 14 years in the making. It has a fully original score. I'm really, really proud of everything we were able to accomplish. Visually, with visual effects, I'm very, very proud of the score that I made myself. I tried to pack as many nostalgic Easter eggs in there as I could. Of course, it has to be said, it's still a high school movie. There's still some issues. For instance, there's a lot of really, really dark scenes. We never filmed at night, but for some reason in the edit, I was like, no, this has to be night accurate. So turn your brightness way up if you decide to watch it. The story is original, but draws heavily from A Link to the Past, Twilight Princess, and a little bit of Ocarina of Time. So it's a very classic Zelda story, but I did try to focus as much as I could on the character of Link and his hero's journey. And of course, this version of Link literally grew up with me. Current me was able to write some scenes in that really tie the story together, even though it's not the trilogy that I planned to make. So go in knowing that there was a planned trilogy. If you want a Legend of Zelda story that has sprawling landscapes that will visit all of the familiar places that you love from The Legend of Zelda and hit you with a bunch of musical nostalgia, a bunch of visual nostalgia. If you're a longtime Zelda fan especially, I think that you will really enjoy Rising Legends.
Obviously, it's not going to be anywhere other than S tier for me. It is going to be leading S tier for me because it is something I dedicated 14 years of my life to. So go check it out if you want. I'm not going to tell you to. This whole thing is not just an ad for this. I want to talk about it, obviously, but I really want to talk about all of these because I want you to check out all of these. But yeah, I mean, if you want to check out my video, like, it's fine. It's fine. I would enjoy it. I would appreciate it. But I don't need the views. I'm very content in where it's at. And I'm very surprised, actually, by how many people liked it. So now we got a couple honorable mentions, all right? I have to talk about them. They weren't fully released. The projects weren't fully realized, but we have to talk about them because we need to honor the dead. When some of them aren't dead. We're not honoring we're just honoring these. So these are the honorable mentions. I have to give one honorable mention to a film that's not on this list because it is not released, but I love it so much. It is called Legacy, and I think it looks beautiful. It's set in the Downfall timeline. It follows Link from the Downfall timeline, so it's Ocarina of Time galore. I think the costuming is beautiful. From what I've seen, the cinematography is beautiful. And they also had like a pretty dedicated team. It looked like they really had a team of people doing it. They had the whole behind the scenes commentaries and stuff, so you can see a lot of their behind the scenes. You can also see a lot of the behind the scenes in my videos as well if you go to our channel. I thought everything that they've done so far has been super great, and Stefanica, no pressure for getting this out. Obviously, you do you, boo. I know you're out there. I know you're out there doing films. I know you're really getting it. You're getting that bread, but my little Zelda heart, like, you're in S tier. You're in S tier already, girl. You're in S tier. You're in S tier. Like, I know that for a fact because of just the small snippets. Like, the Saria costume? Are you kidding me? Anyways, you're in S tier, and I'm putting that there. So just know that Legacy is in S tier. I'm not putting it on the list because it's not released. Second honorable mention is the Zelda Project. I think that's all it's called. And there was like a Facebook page. I think there was a website. You've probably seen these images of like Link walking through the forest, Saria, a bunch of different images, some of Malin. They're basically recreating Ocarina of Time. And the goal, I don't know if the goal was to make an entire feature film. I think the goal was to do several scenes from Ocarina of Time as a film. They did release one film, so now that I'm saying this, I maybe should have put them in there as one of the films, but it was technically just a trailer for, they were going to do like the end battle with Ganon, and that never got released, so that's why they're in honorable mentions. But I was following this project for so long. I thought it was great, and I really, I don't know, I was just like super excited. They had all the like casting of different characters, and I was like, that looks like that character, that looks like that character. Thought they did really great. So honorable mention. Thank you. All right, guys, last but not least, this is my favorite Zelda fan film of all time. I think it was so good. If you've clicked on this video, you probably are waiting for where this one is because it is truly brilliant. It's animated just so professionally. I don't even know what to say about it. I am talking about A Terrible Fate by Ember Lab. Oh, guys, it's so good. And you know I love Majora's Mask. I've said it before. Majora's Mask, such a fun game. It's just so enjoyable. It's so fun. I can't, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. This is just so good. It's so good. The design of the Skull Kid, the way he just, and they blended like animation with live action, I believe, and like the way Skull Kid is just like playing his little flute, and they made him have like a little beak mask, and that was super cute. And Majora's Mask is horrifying, and the Happy Mask Salesman looks so good, and I love the Happy Mask Salesman. The Happy Mask Salesman, there's some part of me that is irrevocably tied to the Happy Mask Salesman, and I don't know why. But I love it. I'm sure that my fellow neurodivergents that are watching this video can relate to this. When you just become like obsessed with a character design, happens with Rosalina, happens with Daisy's original design with the red crown from Mario. It happens with so many things. I just get utterly obsessed with the design, okay? The Happy Mask Salesman is one of those. I am just utterly obsessed with
the purple, with the gold, with the red hair, Swoopy, with his manic episodes. I love it. I love his backpack. I love his mask. I made it out of clay one time. I don't think I have a picture of that. If I have a picture of that, I might have there.
I have no nitpicks. That's not true. That's not true. I have one nitpick. My only nitpick is, let's just have an aside for a second. My only nitpick is that the fairies are kind of animated so that they're like they look like physical objects instead of orbs of light. That's my only nitpick. My only nitpick is that, and I can't even make that statement because my fairies in my Zelda movie look horrible because it was too late at night and I was a 28-year-old man and I couldn't spend any more time with the fairies. Maybe that's what happened with them. I don't know. But this shouldn't surprise anybody. This is going in S tier. I can't, in good conscience, put it above my own personal movie because how could I? But that is top of S tier. It is my personal favorite. Obviously, it's not the one that I've bled and sweat for, but that is the top of my list. So there you go. That is our cumulative list of Zelda fan films. If you want to watch any of them while you're waiting for the Legend of Zelda movie, I think there's a pretty good spread there. Whatever tier you decide to go with, if you're interested in watching any of these, have fun, be nice, remember that these are fan projects, they take a lot of time to make, and they're made by people, so just like, be very nice to everyone involved, please and thank you. He said, sweating. But yeah, that's the list. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if there's some that I missed. Let me know if there's some that you really liked, some that you've seen. Let me know your own personal little tier list in the comments. And literally tell me how you're feeling about the Legend of Zelda movie. Like, are you excited about it? Here's to hoping that the Legend of Zelda movie will be an S tier. We'll see. Anyways, that's all for me here at Fermented Cheese, where I spend a lot of time ruminating and fermenting on things that mean absolutely nothing, but mean so much to me. All right, bye-bye.